Y'all have heard me talk about the benefits of massages before, but going to see a massage therapist can be really expensive over time, and not everybody has the budget to spend on a massage gun. So a really popular alternative is busting out the good old trusty foam roller to work out any knots that you may be dealing with. Living.Fit sent me over their foam roller, so today I'm gonna spend some time breaking it down for y'all. What's up everybody, it's Jake back in the Barbend garage gym with another review ready to go for y'all. This time I've got a foam roller from Living.Fit I'm gonna be breaking down for y'all from the price, some features, some pros and cons, and of course who should or maybe should not buy one of these. Now before I get started with all of that, I gotta let you know we've reviewed a lot of foam rollers on Barbend.com. So if you wanna browse our top picks, just go ahead and search Barbend best foam rollers and you can find out for yourself which ones that we like the best. Okay, so let's talk about what I like about this foam roller. Well, first of all, it's pretty big as you can see, and that's gonna be beneficial. You have a pretty large surface area right here for you to work with, and that's gonna be really nice as you go to lay down on it. Similar to most foam rollers, right? It's pretty lightweight, which is gonna be really helpful if you go to throw it in your car, you're traveling, or definitely even just when you're cleaning it. And it's also pretty firm. It's not too firm to where it hurts, but it's firm enough to get those knots out. And the material that it's made from is gonna prevent it from losing its form. And obviously, that is a very good thing. All right, now what about those potential cons you may run into with this foam roller? Well, let's talk about the size. I know I just got done saying that it was a positive thing about how big it is, but in terms of traveling, this really isn't gonna be the best for that because of how long it is. And some foam rollers also fold in on themselves, so that's gonna make it easier to throw into a backpack, duffel bag, suitcase, whatever it may be. That's something that you can't really do with this specific foam roller. Other than that though, it's pretty much just gonna be personal preference, other than the size. Some people may want a foam roller that's more firm, maybe less firm than this one. And the texture pattern is also gonna be big for a lot of people. So some people like a foam roller that's pretty smooth. Some of them like the texture to be, more abrasive, I guess you could say, have deeper ridges. And, it might help you, work out those knots a little bit better. But really, other than the size and traveling, it's really just gonna boil down to personal preference, which is definitely the case with all foam rollers. Okay, so you can purchase yourself a Living.Fit foam roller for right around 25 bucks, which that's not, the most expensive in the world. It's actually a pretty good deal. Now, you can definitely find some foam rollers for like 10 bucks or something, but there's also some for around 60 bucks. Now, I don't necessarily think that $60 foam roller is gonna be, leaps and bounds better than what this is and, provide more benefits, but as I mentioned just a second ago, some of those options are gonna be able to fold in on themselves, and that added portability is most likely driving that price, that added feature. At the end of the day though, 25 bucks for this foam roller, it's a pretty good deal. It's gonna last you a long time. As I mentioned, the material it's made from is gonna allow it to keep its form for a really long time. And it's also firm enough to, work out those, troublesome knots that you may be dealing with. All right, so let's quickly break down the build and some of the features you're gonna find with this foam roller. So I mentioned the material and how it's not gonna lose its form over time. Well, that's because it's made from ethylene-vinyl acetate. What is that? Basically, it's a safe alternative from PVC. It's not too firm to where it's gonna hurt to lay down on. So it's a little bit comfortable, I guess, a little soft, but it's not gonna lose its form, as I mentioned, because of that material. It's 36 inches long, it's got a 6-inch diameter, plenty of surface area for you to work out those knots, as I mentioned. It's also available in black and blue, so there are a couple different buying options here, but as you can see, it's really lightweight. I'm just kind of tossing it around. It's gonna be helpful, especially when you're cleaning it. You definitely wanna do that. And it also has a nice textured pattern right here. You have a whole lot of hexagons all over the place, and that pattern is what is gonna be able to work out those knots. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick walk around with this foam roller. As you can see, you got your Living.Fit branding right here. If you didn't already know that, now you know. I really like the pattern right here. You got a bunch of hexagons all over the place. That's really, gonna be effective as you go to work out those knots. This thing is 36 inches long. It's got a 6-inch diameter. So pretty, big surface area for you to work with. And as you can see, it's pretty lightweight. I can kind of toss it around, do whatever. I don't know how much it weighs, but honestly, it can't be more than a pound. It's really, really lightweight. Now, once again, it's available in blue and black. You got a couple different buying options there. And if you don't know how to use one, well, you're in luck because I'm gonna show you exactly how to do so. So basically, just set it on the ground. I'm dealing with some back tightness right now, so just go ahead and line your body up wherever you're experiencing that tightness and just simply roll. That's why it's called a foam roller. Just simply roll back and forth for, really however long you want to. Not too long, but more than 5 seconds, obviously, and you're gonna be able to work out those knots. Now, let's say you need to use it on your hamstrings. You just had a leg day and you're hurting. Well, just simply set it on your hamstrings and do the same thing. You can do one leg like this at a time, or you could do both legs if you really wanted to. Really doesn't matter. And there's a lot of other ways you can do this as well, so definitely keep that in mind. These are pretty versatile. Okay, so let's talk about the people who might want to purchase this foam roller. Well, if you are in fact looking for a dependable foam roller, it's not going to break down on you, lose its form only after a couple of months, I think this is a really good option for you to consider, specifically because of the material that it's made from. And I would imagine most of you want an effective foam roller, right? Well, this is a really good option without having to spend 60 bucks or so. And because it's big, you have a big surface area to work with, as I mentioned, for you to work out those kinks. Now, when it comes to those who might not want to purchase this foam roller, it's a whole lot of personal preference that's really going to drive that. So, because of the size, as I mentioned, it's not going to be the best to take on a trip with you unless you're driving. So, if you're wanting something to throw into your suitcase, whatever it may be, you're definitely going to want one that's a lot smaller than this right here. Other than that, it's all going to come down to the texture, the pattern on it. Some people may want a vibrating foam roller because, going to have an increased chance, most likely, of loosening up those stiff muscles. So other than the size, it's really just personal preference and how the actual foam roller is constructed. Well, that's about all I have for you guys today on the Living.Fit Foam Roller. I like using this thing before my workouts, to help me warm up, but it's also really helping me out lately with this knot I've had in my back for a really long time. Because of the size, you're gonna be able to hit a lot of your muscles, but because of that size, it might not be the best bet for anybody who's looking to travel with theirs. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this video was helpful and I was able to tell you what to expect with this foam roller. As always, stay posted for my next video, but for now, head over to Barbend.com. You can read more about this product. Just search Barbend Living.Fit Foam Roller Review. Our article is gonna pull up for you and you can read all the details, everything we talked about here today. I'll see y'all next time.